For things new and sights to see, this is Live Great TV, and I'm your official host to Living Great in Grand Rapids and the West Michigan area. My name is Vaughn Greathouse, and today I have a very, very special guest. This is Kristy Jernigan. Kristy Jernigan, she is the head principal of West Ottawa High School, where my daughter goes. We just had a quick conversation of how our daughters know each other, and we're excited. I just wanted to come on and share some good insight about West Ottawa schools with you, Kristy, and really get into the pros and cons, some of the things that a lot of parents are looking forward to and want to watch out for as they're, enrolling their children into the school system, and talk to the head honcho, hear it from the horse's mouth on what they can expect and some of the things about you personally that you've learned and that you've grown to love, some of the awards and things like that. So first and foremost, we want to get to know you a little bit better. Tell us who you are and how did you end up with West Ottawa Schools?
Yeah. So I love telling the story. So yeah, thank you for the introduction. My name is Kristy Jernigan. I'm the principal here. I'm a Panther for life. So I went to West Ottawa and graduated from here.
Oh,
Never
wow.
expected that I would come back and teach at my school. I thought that was kind of weird, actually. But I like teaching with my teachers. But my husband and I were looking to come back to West Michigan. I worked for a year in the Lansing area, and my friend said they have math openings, and I said, well, I guess I'll give it a shot. And I came back, and I just loved it. I loved coming back home. I loved working with the people that we have and serving this community. And throughout time, so I've been here now a long time, 20 years.
Wow.
I was a math teacher, assistant principal, then I became the principal of Lakeshore Elementary, and now here at the high school. And I feel incredibly indebted in a good way to this community. They raised me, they made me who I am, and what I want to do is give back to the community and serve this community, and the kids that we have. And so I love telling that story because I am a Panther for life, and we do have a lot of Panthers for life. We have a lot of people who come here and they just never leave. Great place to raise your kids, great place to work and teach. It's just really, we talk about being the heart of the community, and we really are.
Yeah, that's awesome. And go Panthers, first of all.
Thank you.
It's awesome because, people inquire about the Holland area. They want to know more about the schools. The culture here is so strong. I love Holland for all that it offers as far as a sense of community. And so, and the thing with a small town as well is that word travels fast, and people, find out things. They want to really get to the nitty gritty and find out for themselves, what the best attributes of the schools are. And so my next question is, what are some of the pros in general that the community really loves about the school district? And, what is West Ottawa High School really known for?
Yeah. Well, and I think our strengths come in two things. They come in our diversity of the people that we serve, and not just, ethnic diversity, but, that we've got people who live on Lake Michigan and people who do live in poverty and everyone in between. And it is this beautiful, beautiful mix. You can find your people here. And so I always tell parents, when you come here, no matter what your kid is into or interested in, they're going to find who they want to be with. And that is our other strength. Yes, we're a small town, but we are not a small school. We're the, last I checked, I think we're the 8th largest high school in the state.
Wow.
And with size, that can be a con, and we can probably talk about that in a minute. But with size comes resources and opportunity. We have 29 varsity sports. We have over 50 clubs. And if you want to be involved in the club and we don't have it, find a couple friends and a teacher who wants to let you hang out in their room, and you can make your own club.
Wow.
We absolutely have. We have a Taylor Swift club. We have a knitting club, ping pong club. We have Dungeons and Dragons. We have esports. We have a puzzle club that we just started.
Wow.
So anything that a kid wants to do or feels connected with, they have. Also, along with those same resources, we have a lot of free tutoring. We have tutoring on Mondays and Wednesdays. We also have tutoring opportunities. It's a little bit more specific and drilled down on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So pretty much a student can get tutoring Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday after school.
Wow.
Our mission is to decrease barriers to access, whether that be not being able to afford certain opportunities. Well, we're going to pay for that for you. Not
Yeah.
being able to have transportation to and from tutoring, we're going to get that taken care of for you. So our mission really is to level the playing field as much as we can for all kids, and also provide a space for all kids.
That's awesome. That is super cool. And
Yeah.
I was even looking, I know a good resource that I send some people to is niche.com. And
Yeah.
I'll attach another video to this one on how I covered it. But the one thing I really noticed was like, you guys have a high graduation rate, and the student to teacher ratio is really good. I'm like, and then I see some of that cultural diversity and things like that, encompass around my daughter. So it kind of keeps a level head amongst everyone to just be aware of the differences and help them to affiliate and collaborate with other kids in different walks of life. So that's a
Yep.
really huge deal.
And celebrate. Like we like to talk about celebrating our differences and our similarities, right? Like everybody is actually the same. And
Yeah.
so how can we celebrate both of those? And then I also wanted to just kind of say too, talk about some of our actual programming as far as like our academics. We do
Okay.
have a high graduation rate.
Yeah.
We also have an incredible list of course offerings, including advanced placement courses.
Mhm.
And something that people aren't as familiar with, I think everyone our age is kind of like, oh, they know what AP is. We also offer the International Baccalaureate program, which we're the only school in West Michigan to offer IB. And we're one of the only schools in Michigan to offer both IB and AP. IB it's not a school within a school, but it's like kind of a diploma within a diploma. You can get the same curricular experience here as you could in schools in Europe. We recently went to Spain as a school.
Wow.
And we found an IB school there, so that was kind of fun. Abu Dhabi has a lot of IB schools, so it's a really upper level college prep curriculum that kids can take. You could also get college credit for it, just like you would an AP class. So that's kind of a unique thing that West Ottawa has too, is that we both have both offerings.
That's awesome. So it's you come power packed when you get the West Ottawa experience. Like that's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
awesome.
If genuinely you can create your own adventure as a student. Our counselors are really, really well versed in a lot of different opportunities that we have for students. If you're interested in Tech Center, we work with the Tech Center. If you're interested in, like I said, AP, IB, or dual enrollment, or work-based learning, I genuinely feel like we have it all.
Yeah, that's excellent. And it creates a lot of opportunity for people who have a certain idea to know that they can mold and utilize those different, attributes of the school to create their own experience. What are some of the things that people may not love as much? I know this is kind of like the juicy stuff, but people really want to see some of the cons. And as far as your experience, obviously no one wants to talk about their bad things. People should be aware of that, that are based on your experience that might not
Yeah.
be as appealing in general, but obviously, just shoot it straight, especially.
Yeah, I will. I have to be honest, I haven't heard a lot. The number one thing I heard here is size. We have 2,300 students. We have 2 buildings. Kids walk back and forth between the buildings.
Okay. Yeah.
It doesn't promote like a small space, right? That being said, I think we do an incredible job of creating a community school feel, even though it's a really large place, because
Yeah.
we do have those opportunities for kids to find their people. But, I would say that families have given me the feedback that the kids have to go find those places or those spaces, and they have to find their adults. But the cool thing is, I really think that every single one of our students could say about our staff, that's my person, or that's my person.
Okay.
And so once you find your person, it's a lot easier to get connected with the size. But again, with the size comes an incredible wealth of opportunity. I think with size comes the resources to be able to provide a lot more too. Honestly, though, that's really, it is a great place to be. I knock on wood, I don't have a ton of complaints coming my way. So yeah.
That's great. And I've, even when I think about back when I was in high school, the one thing I did not like was going from one building to the next building. I got to walk there or whatever, so I definitely, and Michigan gets cold too. So if you have to leave another building, then yeah, okay.
Yeah. I will say, to counter that, our kids, when you just kind of poll them every once in a while, they actually kind of like it on a beautiful spring day. There's nothing like the walk between the buildings. I agree. They actually don't like the rain. They don't mind the snow even. I think it's when it's raining on them that
Oh,
they're like
yeah.
not happy.
The
But the
drive.
beautiful spring days, and they're not on their phones. They
Oh,
walk in between the buildings, and I don't remember why I was doing this, but I was just out there the other day and I was just watching the kids walk by, and I counted 17 kids on their phones we have like 500 kids transfer every hour. I
yeah,
thought that was pretty good. And they're
that's pretty
talking with
good.
their friends. A couple of them are skateboarding back and forth as long as they're safe.
Yeah.
And just kind of enjoying the outside. And I think that once they get used to the walk, they actually do like it,
Oh, well,
other
good.
than the rain.
That's good. And I know it's always, and that's the thing too. It's like you want to use your phone, but obviously, in high school, there's so many memories and opportunities to laugh with friends and joke around, but also learn and help each other out. That's
Mhm.
definitely a good thing to note that like people won't have trouble being able to find their person and to create those memories in high school. I think that's a really big thing, setting the foundation for the rest of their future. Now, the other question I have is, what is the mission statement, and how can either parents who are currently living in West Michigan, a part of the West Ottawa School District, or ones that are, gathering information about it, what can they do? What is your mission statement, and what is your statement that you'd like to get across to the community?
Yeah, so our official mission statement is college, career, and life ready. That means to us, and I'm going to clarify the college thing too, having a plan when you leave us. So, college, we consider college to be any kind of post-secondary training, whether it be an internship, apprenticeship, 2-year college, 4-year college. Kids, we have 11 students who made the choice to go serve our country. We include all of that in college. So as long as you have a plan to get some type of post-secondary education, that's what we call college. So college, career, and life ready, we want to make sure that kids are ready to jump into training after high school and they can make that transition easy. Career, we want to make sure that we're giving them career school skills so that they can take what they're learning in college as well and shift to a career someday. And we mostly want to make them life ready. We want to give them those experiences of that, Holland and West Michigan itself can kind of be a small kind of, I don't know the word, like kind of a little protected little bubble, right? But that's not what the real world is. And we think that we have our own little real world here at West Ottawa where it really does represent what you're going to kind of see when you go anywhere in America. So that's really our mission statement. And then mine, just kind of unofficial, would be that every single student does find their place and has their person.
Yeah. That's really cool. The biggest thing that I always get to talk to parents who are, getting their ideas about different school systems is, compare and contrast, find out based on how your culture is at home and see if that's in alignment with the values of the school that you're getting involved with. Come in and, schedule a meeting, talk to a teacher or two, talk to some of the students, get involved, obviously with permission and whatnot, but really do the homework to know that your children are in the right place. And it seems like with the diversity that West Ottawa offers, they can't really go wrong. So that's always a cool thing. Uh,
Yeah, I mean, I send my own, well, you said this too, but I send my own kids here. So anytime I talk to a parent, I say, hey, look, I'm talking like the principal, but I'm also talking like a mom. I
yeah,
wouldn't send my kids to a school that I didn't feel like they were safe, loved, protected, getting the best education that they could. As a mom, I wouldn't do that.
yeah, I definitely agree as a parent, and even our children going there now. It's just you want to make sure that the people your children are around are being raised, with strong values and being able to pursue the things in life that they really themselves individually want to do. So My daughter's in orchestra and volleyball and doing her thing, so she has her own sort of way of doing things. And how having children, you see the little personality and character in each, they have their own thing going on, and to know that they're in a place where they can share that with other students is a big deal. And to sort of wrap things up, what are some of the next steps? Okay, a parent saying, you know what, I like this conversation. I was already thinking about West Ottawa, this kind of knocked it in the bucket for me. What are some of the steps that they can do to enroll their children? And then also parents who have children involved or in West Ottawa schools, how can they get more engaged, and what are some opportunities there?
Yeah, so I would say two big things. Well, call the school.
Okay.
Set up a meeting, right? Like set up a tour. Our assistant principals, we have 4 of them. They're constantly giving tours to families and just kind of singing our praises. Visit the website, westottawa.net. And then from there, the easiest way to get to the high school is to search it, just in the little search bar, high school. I have a little kind of online newsletter called the Panther Pipeline. So if you go to pantherpipeline.net, you can see a bunch of information, and on both of those places, the Panther Pipeline and the website, you can get direct links to actually enroll your child. From there, we have an awesome registrar, Mrs. Bowker, and she's a great resource too to walk people through how to actually physically enroll their student. We try to make it as easy as the click of a button.
That's awesome. And
but yeah, I do recommend like kind of perusing our website and the Panther Pipeline, because there's a lot of information on there. Our course guides are on there, our student handbooks, our pictures of our campus. Almost said campuses plural, because it's a big place, and we have brand new state-of-the-art stadium. Right now it's the best in the state, and we're going to build a natatorium and community center, and we are currently building a state-of-the-art performing arts center. And so pretty soon, I don't know that this is just totally bragging. I don't know, and I didn't do any of the work, so I get to brag, but I don't know that there will be a school in the state that will have the facilities that we have.
Wow.
So go to the website, check out the pictures. They're beautiful.
That's awesome. Yes, do that. If you're watching, you parents, go ahead and get involved, get your hands involved. It's good to know that, there's a place that, parents can get involved as well. And that's really, the main thing that I wanted to cover. You can also, I did notice on the website, as soon as you go on there, you can enroll in the newsletter so you can keep up to date. Some parents are like, I don't know what's going on with the school. Just get that email checked in, and you can scan it over every once in a while to get involved. And there might be some things that surprise you about the school. So that is pretty much it. Kristy, I really, really appreciate your time coming on and hopping on, talking to the community, talking to some of the parents and how they can get involved. Is there anything else that you wanted to add, or I don't want to?
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I think we hit it all. It is a great place to be.
Okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate your time again. And again, for Things to Do and Sights to See, this is Live Great TV. I'm your official host to Living Great in Grand Rapids and the West Michigan area. And as a local real estate agent, I have people who call me all the time who just want to know more about the West Michigan area. So my information is going to be right below. I'll also add Kristy's information and the school's information so you can get in contact with them and do more in your community and for your children's lives. So again, Kristy, thank you so much. And I hope you have a wonderful day. And if you're watching this, I hope you have a great day as well. And we will see you on the next video.